How's your Sammy? Oh, cool. Welcome to Spania. This is actually a fence they were building to trap a giant, but he broke free. He actually destroyed half the city. Kind of like Godzilla, but it was pretty bad.
It was actually a baby giant, so it was only a year and a half. These doors were actually made to be cheese graters. Giant cheese graters. They just needed so much cheese grated for all their food that they built these doors. And then they realized that wasn't really healthy. So, yeah.
Kirsten wouldn't cross at the same time as me, so. There's Sandra and Steve's hotel.
Man. This is the geese guard of the Cathedral of Barcelona. They just showed up one day, took over, and everyone was too scared to kick them out, so they just stayed. They are terrifying. Terrifying. These are the last remaining pillars of the Gromans. They're descendants of Greeks and Romans that split off. Hey John, how's your sandwich?
Bad.
John and I just walked up the stairs, had our bag checked, and walked right in. Well, Jared's parents went and bought tickets for €7 each. Not sure how we got out of that. So if you guys will remember those columns I was talking about from the Gromans, this is actually the Groman cemetery. They all died at the same time, so these are not Groman tombstones. They're placed here by the people who live here. Afterwards, buried them all. This is a turntable where you could deliver, groceries, gifts, mail, babies.
Huh?
Inside here lives the giant Barcelona dragon, and every 10 years it comes up and it lays a baby on each of these. So I think there's like 6 eggs in total, and then they'll take another 10 years to hatch, and then they will protect Catalonia.
It's true. This is the Arc de Triomphe. The reason why they call it that is because they actually fly planes through it. It's part of their yearly celebration. And whoever makes it through gets to become a pilot. And they become triumphant. The other ones, well, you don't want to know what happens, right? It's bad.
They have to rebuild it
every year.
So we came up with an alternative to Harry Potter called Harry Squatter. And we've come up with Harry Squatter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
What else?
Harry Squatter and the Chamber of Regrets. Harry Squatter and the Prisoner of Alcatraz. That one was kind of easy.
Shut up. Harry Squatter and the Goblet of Budweiser.
Harry Squatter and the Order of Rejects. Harry Squatter and the Half-Blood Cousin. Harry Squatter and the Methley Hollows. There used to be this really big zoo here, and these birds actually, not these specifically, these are descendants, but they broke every animal out of the habitat. It was a really big thing. And they rounded up those animals, sent them back to their homes, but these birds decided to stay in case they tried to reinstate the zoo.
It's true.
This is where the Gromans lived. There's their well. Houses. See, they were turning this old train station into a big market. And through excavating, they found all of this. I say this window looks like a Chagall window. And John says that these look like they're from Bikini Bottom.
Am I wrong? Kirsten, what do you think of the ocean? Oh, shoot. For us, that's solid, by the way.
As you know, it is almost 2019. This church, they started building it in 1882. These are not repairs. It is still being built. So it was designed by the architect, Gaudi. Is he the reason that we say things are gaudy? You decide. This church was built here because they believe this is where Jesus was tempted by the devil in Spain.
Hey Kirsten, how's life?
Okay, so if you guys remember Gaudi, I should learn how to say his name. When he was 8, he started building this sandcastle, and it grew into this over his whole lifetime. When he died in 1926. Do you like it?
His goldfish would live in it.
Different view of part of his sandcastle. This is only a small part. Here are some buildings. I can't zoom out. We're in a ghost town.
Wow. What do we do, Kirsten? This is an old anti-air thing from the Spanish Civil War. Pretty crazy. All around us is fog. Can't see the city at all. Fog's getting worse. Kirsten,
We either get transported to another world,
in that case, goodbye everyone.
or we get struck by lightning. It's raining a lot. We're hiding under a tree from the rain. I'm already soaked. Yay. John said, hey, we gotta go here. It's got a skate park. We can watch people do tricks. Yay. This is where they had candles. And this is where the hermits slept. That's the new one. There's John. 13th century chapel of a monastery. It is Roman design. He says you know that because the windows are round it. We're so tired from our hike. Why are we going upstairs? This is their parliament building. And apparently it is illegal for them to fly any sort of rebel flag, which is this. And they're supposed to fly the Spanish flag, but they don't, which is also illegal. Good for them.
Of course, Kirsten finds a cat to pet.
How cold is it?
Super cold.
he's home from work this time. He never really told his wife, he never really told a lie. And this time he decides that it's alright. It's alright. No one really knows his mind, and no one knows behind his eyes. The man deserves a medal, but he's never really won a prize before he goes to lock the door. He's falling in love. He knows it's enough, and the world looks down and frowns. Get up, Johnny boy. Get up, Johnny boy. Get up, 'cause the world has left you lying on the ground. You're my pride and joy. You're my pride and joy. Get up, Johnny boy, because we all need you now. We all need you Someone said where you going, someone said to you goodbye. They deflect the disrespect when they say that they blame it on the times. They blame it on the time. We all know you're qualified to fix a chair and love your wife. They all know you're qualified, but they lie when they blame it on the times. Oh, we blame it on the times. Oh, he's falling in love. He knows it's enough, and the world looks down and frowns. Get up, Johnny boy. Get up, Johnny boy. Get up, 'cause the world has left you lying on the ground. You're my pride and joy. You're my pride and joy. Get up, Johnny boy, because we all need you now. We all need you now. I will carry all your names, and I will carry all your shame, and I will carry all your names, and I will carry all your shame, and I will carry all your names, and I will carry all your shame. Get up, Johnny boy. Get up, Johnny boy. Get up, 'cause the world has left you lying on the ground. You're my pride and joy. You're my pride and joy. Get up, Johnny boy, because we all need you now. Get up, Johnny boy. Get up, Johnny boy.